Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Finland day, but not just a Finland day, but a Finland travel day. The best and worst of visiting Helsinki. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in Helsinki, Finland, and today we're going to do, well, we're going to talk about the 5 things that tourists love and 5 things tourists hate about coming here to Helsinki. And
I'll tell you guys why I'm doing this now, right? Finland. I'm very sorry. I feel like I haven't paid enough attention to you. I think it's been all about Sweden. Some of you have probably switched off and been like, I'm not even going to check if Dwayne's posted a video about Finland because he keeps posting about Finland. About Finland. He keeps on posting about Sweden. But now it will change. Why? Because I'm coming to Finland. I am absolutely coming to Finland. You're next on the list. I need to brush up my knowledge on Finland, what to do, where to go, what to see, what not to do. all of the above, because I'm coming. The same thing I did with Sweden, where I went vlogging, I found a hotel, I just explored the country. I'm doing that in Finland next. So I do feel like Finland, a good time to come to Finland is probably, I don't know why I feel like winter and Finland go together. I could be completely wrong. But I feel like Finland's probably better in the cold. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Finland's better in the heat. Let me know in the comment section. But I'm like, maybe I'll just go when it's a bit cold. A bit cold. I don't know. I just feel like Finland, I need to be wrapped up in a nice jacket. You know what I mean? So I'm looking to come to Finland. So this is why I'm watching this video, so I can learn what are the loves and hates. Let's learn.
I'll give you the 2 biggest bad ones first, just to get it out of the way. You know, bad news first, and then the wonderful stuff comes after, all right? Because one, I got to tell you this, Helsinki's expensive. I know, shocking. It's Northern Europe. Yes, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But Helsinki is especially expensive if you compare it to the rest of Finland. If you're going to go to Tampere or up to Rovaniemi, or if you're going to go to Turku, you will notice it's much more affordable there than it is here in Helsinki.
Okay, a question for you guys. Where does Helsinki rank against Stockholm? I found Stockholm expensive, but not as bad as Copenhagen. Oh my God, Copenhagen. I didn't do anything in Copenhagen. I just felt like in Copenhagen, my money was just, it was gone. Everything was incredibly expensive. So for me, let me know if Helsinki is as expensive as Copenhagen, can't get words out, or is it as expensive as Stockholm? Because if it's as expensive as Stockholm, okay, I can handle that. If Finland in general is like Sweden in terms of prices, I can deal with that. But if you're like how Denmark was with prices, I better save up.
You're going to go stay someplace. You're flying in. You're eating out. You're going drinking. It just is a more expensive place to be. I just want to get that out of the way. So Don't think it's going to be a cheap weekend in Helsinki, okay? It's not horrible, but yeah, I got to get that out of the way. And the other dark and depressing thing I need to tell you is this. You will hate coming here when it is November and January and February and maybe part of March, because I'll be honest with you, the darkness and the cold in winter here in Helsinki, it can be a bit overwhelming. I know when I lived.
Okay, so maybe he's answered my question. I was like, oh, I think we should go in winter. He's saying that it's so depressing and dark, and it goes really dark early. How early in Helsinki though? Because Helsinki, yeah, how early are we talking? How northern is Helsinki? Like, because at the moment, I'm finding the UK very depressing. I'm finding the north of England, where I live, very depressing at the moment, because the sun goes down at 4, at the moment, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, the sun is starting to go down. So I'm finding, even being in my own country right now, really depressing. But I feel like when you're in a new country, and I can't be depressed in Finland. I'm going to be so excited. that I'd probably make the most of it. But I mean, filming in the dark is not very good for my camera, so there's that.
Here, November, when it was dark until 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning, and then it was dark when I got out of school at like 4. I mean, there was just, you never saw the sun. It can be a bit much, and if you're not used to it,
He said 4 when I remember him saying that he's lived and gone to school in Finland. He said 4 o'clock. It's the same as here. So it's Europe, right? We live in Europe. Clocks, the shortening of the day in winter is not something new to me. I might just have a little bit less time than I would here. So I don't think it's that bad.
And make it a little depressing, and I just want you to know that, because if you're thinking you're going to have all this daylight during the winter months, you're not. Now, on the other side, if you come here in the summer, I mean, you got daylight until 11 o'clock at night. It's fantastic. But honestly, coming here in the winter, I hate saying you're going to hate it, because you still can have a good time, but with the cold and the darkness, it can be a bit much, and the wetness. So those things you're really not going to like when you're here. But honestly, there's so many things to love when you're here. Like behind me is the Esplanade. I know it doesn't look very nice now, because I'm here at one of those times you probably shouldn't come. But honestly, if you come here in the summer, this Esplanade here, there's bands playing, there's buskers out, there's people out, there's cafes having your coffee and your little korvapussy, your cinnamon roll when you're here. I mean, this is one of my favorite places to be in Helsinki. And just walking up and down this little park, this little strip here.
I do love the summer. Maybe I should come in the summer. But the problem is I can't keep coming to Scandinavia. Sorry, not Scandinavia. To the Nordics, because Finland is not in Scandinavia. I can't keep coming to that part of the world in the summer, because there's only one summer, and summer doesn't last very long. So it's like, and I need to go back to Sweden. There's too much to see, because I need to go back to Sweden. I'd like to see Norway as well, but I can't see Norway, Sweden, and Finland in next year summer. It's too many countries. I don't have a lot of money. I can't do that. One of you has to be in the winter. Do you know what? Maybe I need to go back to Sweden during the winter so that I get to see you guys in the summer, because I don't think it's fair that I see Finland in the winter and it could possibly be grey and miserable when look how beautiful it looks right now. It's not giving your country the chance. Like I gave Sweden the chance in the summer to see it when it was lovely to walk around. Yeah, because you know what I might do is go to Germany during the winter. Because I don't know if you guys know, I've got a German channel, right? I've got a German channel. It's mainly music. It's turned into music now, but I'll definitely go there and vlog. But like, I do want to see Germany in the sense of like Germany in general. And I think Germany is not as bad to see in the winter just because we've got all the Christmas stuff out. I know Finland does as well, but I want to see you guys. What do you think? I can't decide. Let me know in the comment section when I should come to Finland. Should it be in the summer, not the winter? Or maybe somewhere, maybe autumn, maybe spring. Let me know. It won't be this autumn because I'm still recovering from Sweden. Sweden was expensive, and Copenhagen. So it's probably either going to be winter, January, February, or summer. So let me know in the comment section.
Is fantastic, and it leads me to the second thing you're gonna love when you're here, because when you get down to the end down there, you get to the Kaupatori, the market square. When you go there, it's right on the harbor. You can take a ferry from there. I mean, it's a fantastic place to be. But that's where you can get some Finnish food. You want to get reindeer? Yes, reindeer. Don't worry, kids. It's not the reindeer that Santa flies with, because remember, Santa lives here in Finland, just in case you were wondering. But you can get reindeer. You can get local food there. Local
I can't
markets,
wait to try
the strawberries. Oh my gosh, when they're in season, they're fantastic. But going to the Kaupatori, going to the market square is the second thing I love. And the thing is, there's an outside part, but there's also an indoor one as well. So you can get fantastic food during the colder days as well. So that's something you're going to love. They're right by each other when you're there. And when you're at the Kaupatori, you'll see the Uspensky Cathedral. That's the Orthodox cathedral there. well worth going to with the icons inside, but it is fantastic. And that's why it's like these two things really tie together. Now, another kind of, not necessarily hate, but maybe mild disappointment when you come to Helsinki is you come here, you don't get the old world Europe charm because Helsinki is a relatively new city. You go to the cathedral, the Helsinki Cathedral. It was built in the 1800s. Uspensky Cathedral, that one, that was also built in the 1800s. You go see the train station, super cool, Art Nouveau architecture, right? I mean, it's really cool, but it's relatively new.
So basically, your buildings are like the age of like America's buildings. Basically, you're kind of as Helsinki is kind of as new as America, rather than really old. I wonder why. I never knew that. I never knew that. What is Finland a relatively new country, as in like the makeup of Finland and Helsinki? Is that like quite? I didn't know any. I didn't know that.
Go around, you see all this modern architecture, and you're like, wait, I want to get that old world Europe. Is this kind of old worldy? Maybe a little bit, but you don't get that when you're here. Now, if you do want it, you can go out to some of the villages somewhere nearby, get a little bit vibe of that. You go to the Suomenlinna Castle where the islands are on there, but that's also not super old. That's why when people come here, they kind of feel like it's more of a sleek, modern city than that old world Europe. Because if you want like old world Europe, you're probably better taking the ferry over to Tallinn, which is not that far away, like a couple hours, take the ferry over there to see some old world Europe, or maybe go over to Stockholm. I can understand why people prefer going to Tallinn and Stockholm for that old world Europe feel rather than here in Helsinki, which definitely feels super modern, which isn't really a hate. It's just something I think tourists should know and be expecting when they come here, because when you see the modern architecture, you see the modern art museums, you see the modern statues all around this city and stuff, you're like, hey, that's kind of cool, but it's not what I was expecting when I do my European.
Well, I'm from Europe, so it's fine. For someone that's coming from America, that's what they want to see or whatever. But I'm from my city that I'm from, Leeds, in the UK. It's kind of old. It's not that old. It's old, but it's not the oldest in the country. Do you know what I mean? Like the buildings that look like these buildings, because as a city itself, it wasn't formed until I think it was the late 17 something, or maybe 18 something. So a lot of the buildings were built around that period. So I reckon Helsinki is going to look like the city I'm from. I wonder what the population of Helsinki is. So I wonder if Siri works while I'm doing this. Hey Siri. No, it doesn't work. I wonder what the population of let me know in the comment section what the population of Helsinki is. Because it'll be interesting to know if it's got a larger population than the city I'm from in the UK. Let me know. Is it over 1 million? I don't know what the population is. Let me know.
Tour, so I just want to kind of give you the heads up on that. Now, I know that's kind of a lame kind of hate, but it's something that I think you should know when you do come here. But the thing is, on the other side of that, honestly, when you come here, you are going to love that modern architecture, that modern sleek design. And it's not just the architecture when you go around town, the museums, the statues, it is really cool. But for me, when you're going around, I mean, I love going to museums, the churches when you're here. Yes, when you go into the Helsinki Cathedral, it is very bare bones. But that Senate Square is just so cool with the architecture around it. Uspensky Cathedral, going inside of there. But for me, my favorite thing, if you're going to go to one museum, when you are here, you want to go to the Kaisma. That is a modern art museum, probably one of the best modern art museums ever. When I lived here when I was a kid, it is the museum that turned me on to modern art because they have such cool stuff, all kinds of different styles, but it's so awesome and you can go around and enjoy that. There's other museums too. There's the Design Museum, Finnish National Museum you can go see. So there's things you can do when you're here. That's really cool. You know, whether you're going to Suomenlinna, the Castle Islands, or heck, just doing a food tour here. Like, that's one thing that's kind of cool here is there's lots of different food options you can have, a lot of different things and modern enjoyments you can have when you're in Helsinki. So I don't want to turn you off by saying you don't feel like you're in old world Europe, because you get to have the good panos, the modern side of it.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not going to make the mistake I made. Well, I wouldn't say it's a mistake when I went to Sweden. I got a lot of suggestions. I got a lot of offers to go and help me with a lot of things. And I, for whatever reason, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to go blind. Because I tell you why. Because obviously you guys want me to see the best parts of Finland, right? The best parts of Helsinki, the best parts of Turku. But I want to be like, you know, like when you're a normal tourist, you just go there and you figure it out and you find your way around the city. I wanted to do that because then you get the authentic, the authentic experience. And I wanted the authentic experience when I was in Stockholm. So I kind of want that in Helsinki, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I will do that in terms of I will just go out and walk and just see where my feet takes me. But I'm gonna take suggestions from you guys this time as to where I should be going, what I should be doing, and getting like some proper authentic experience in Finland. I'm definitely gonna do that. Definitely.
And though I do say that, I gotta say, if I look at the next thing you might not like about coming to Helsinki, it's not really bad stuff. It's just like these little things you might not realize about Finland. And one thing is, like, here in Helsinki, they love food. They love international food. You can have all kinds of great stuff from all over the world here.
I love food.
I get kind of sad that it's really sometimes kind of difficult to find Finnish food. I can find Mexican food, I can find Italian food, I can find all kinds of stuff. But sometimes it's a little bit harder to find Finnish food, so that's why I really love going down to the Kauppattori and getting some stuff there. The reindeer, yes, reindeer, like I said before, you'll have that. But that's one of those things, that's not a hate, it's just like a little disappointment. Also, it can be a bit tough to meet the locals when you are here in Helsinki. I mean,
let me pause because he didn't actually give any time between those two things. He says it's hard to find local food in Finland. I get it. I completely get it. Why? Because I think in the UK it's also quite hard to find British food in the UK. Apart from the fish and chip shop, you can find a fish and chip shop. Some of the best ones are on the coast, but anyways, you can find a fish and chip shop, but you can't find a lot of the other British staples like Sunday roast. You can get them in pubs, but you have to find them. You have to go to different places, basically. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to find it. But the difference is, I've got you guys. So I know if I need to find somewhere to eat Finnish food, you'll be able to tell me, oh, there's this little obscure place in this part of Helsinki, or in Turku, there's this place that you should go to. You guys will let me know, so I'm not worried about that.
It is the biggest city in the country, and big cities tend to be less getting to know you, but Finns themselves, they're not the most talkative people, okay? So they choose their words carefully, and there's some pauses, and they're not really going to go out of their way to really chat you up or talk to you, and sometimes you feel like you kind of miss out in some of the culture here because you don't get to meet the locals, and that's kind of a sad thing. Because honestly, I lived here, and the Finnish people, once you get talking to them and they open up, they are fantastic, and their humor is really, really dry, so do be aware of that. But it is one of those things I think tourists sometimes mention when they do come here, so I thought I'd mention that. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of two mild annoyances in one for number 4. One thing I really love about coming to Helsinki is just how accessible this city is. It doesn't matter how...
Sorry, I just didn't answer that question. Not answer, but I didn't speak on that. I know this about you. I know this about... It's the same in a lot of the Nordic countries. You're not the most in your face, and for an American that's going to be really like noticeable. For me, no. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Who wants to speak to strangers? Nobody wants to speak to strangers. It's fine.
What I really love about coming to Helsinki is just how accessible this city is. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. It doesn't matter your abilities. People can get around and enjoy this city. Whether you're taking some of the trams that go around town that are fun to take, the number of buses. Heck, from the train station here, there's city trains that'll take you around places. Biking around the city, you can rent a bike and get around. I mean, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter anything. The city is so fun just to go around, and it's not just on public transportation, it's actually on your feet as well. Because if you're here at the train station and you don't got a lot of time, you can walk from here to the Esplanade, going down to the Kauppattori, the market square where the little port is, and then going up to the Senate Square and then coming back. That's like 35 minutes walking. I mean, literally the entire loop there. So you can get around because the city is easy to do. So Don't be scared off to go see some of the sites. Yes, take the bus, take the tram, take whatever to go to some of the sites like the Rock Church or whatever that seem a little bit farther than I want to go. Take that ferry out to the Suomenlinna, the castle islands that are out in the harbor and out in the islands. I mean, it's such a cool thing, but it's so easy to get around here that I don't want anybody to think that it's not someplace that you can go around with, because I know when we were here with our kids when they were little, it was fantastic because we could go everywhere without worrying.
It's not really a love, but something you're going to like, because there's actually a really efficient train that goes from the Helsinki Central Station to the airport and vice versa, so you can not have to pay for all the taxis going in and out. You just hop on the train. It's like 4 or 5 euros, pretty cheap. And
that's perfect. That's perfect. It was the same in Denmark, and it was the same in Stockholm as well. That's one thing I will say about the Nordics. You guys are very good with your transport, so that's good to know. I'm definitely taking the train. I'm definitely not getting a taxi. Like, who's got money to do that? Not me.
There in a relatively quick amount of time.
So can you tell I'm having a hard time finding the hates here in Helsinki? That's why I've been probably 7 times since I started Walter's World.
7
I haven't been able to make one because a video of the 511 hates, because it's kind of hard to find 5 things you're not going to like about here. But I think another one, it's, again, this is going back to like how we used to be, like giving you things that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something that'll disappoint you. And I think the sauna experience, or not understanding the sauna experience, or not getting a chance to take a sauna experience when you come here to Helsinki, because I know a lot of people come here on cruises, whether they're coming from Tallinn or they're on the Baltic cruise kind of thing, and they miss out on a sauna experience. Because here in Finland, sauna is life. Like, you go, it is part of the thing. It binds us together when you're here. That's where you make your friends and you really bond with your family. It's a fantastic thing. But if you're a tourist here, it's hard to find them, because there are some public ones. You can find public saunas here, but you got to look for them. Don't worry, they are not co-ed. There'll be different saunas. It's not all together. And yes, you do go naked. You don't have to go naked. And I know that's one of those things people sometimes freak out about. It's like, I don't want to go naked with all these people I met on a boat or all these people I don't know. Here in Finland, nudity, it's no big deal. Like, if you go to a sauna out in somewhere in summer house and on the islands or something, don't be surprised in the wintertime if you go run out and jump in the snow and roll around after sauna, or you're running butt naked and you jump into the lake. You do that.
I'm definitely gonna experience it, because I won't be able to be immersed in your culture if I don't have a proper sauna experience. Yes, it's a bit weird being naked. I've never been naked in a sauna before. I've been in a sauna with swimming shorts on, but I've never been fully naked. But you know what? Who cares? It's genitalia. Who cares? And I don't think anyone's going to care, because everyone's going to be naked. That's the thing. I went to where did I go where I was naked? Was I naked? Almost naked in onsen? Not onsen. Baths, a Roman baths or whatever you call it. I went there basically naked, and it was fine. It was completely fine. No one is looking, because everyone is vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has their bits out. Everyone's vulnerable. So I definitely will experience it properly. I don't know where, but of course, when I come to Finland, sauna has to happen.
Do put a towel down, please, okay? When you're in there. But honestly, it's one of those things that it's kind of hard to do when you're here in Helsinki if you don't have a hotel that has it. So ask your hotel when you're here, when is their sauna time for men, for women, so you know when you can go. Because it is one of those really quintessential experiences of Helsinki and of Finland that, honestly, I hate the fact that it's so difficult to do it when you are here as a tourist. And then there's the fifth thing.
So hotels have their own saunas and all that sort of stuff. Cool. I'll do it in a hotel, or wherever I'm staying, I'll go and I'll use a sauna. I can't wait. I don't know. I can't film it because my camera will be broken. Oh, maybe I can. I don't know. We'll see. I have to film some sort of the experience. Obviously, I'm not going to show my bits and stuff, but you're going to see me go. I'm definitely going to try it.
I love when you come here, and that is just how pristine, clean Helsinki is. Whether you're walking down the streets or the air you breathe, like, you feel healthier when you're here. Like, you go out to eat, no matter what it is, you feel like I felt like I ate healthy, even if it wasn't a healthy food. I mean, this place has just got such a great nature vibe. When you go out the islands, you're going around, you go on hikes, you go to the parks. I mean, but it's just so clean and just so pristine. Like Jocelyn's like, Mark, you got to tell him that the air sparkles because it's so clean. I mean,
I love that. He said the air sparkles. That's so good because in the UK, you go to London. I was in London this past summer. I think it was after. I don't know if it was after. Yeah, it was after I went to Stockholm, and I was in London for an event, and the event was in a park. And I came back from this event, and I was coughing up this black sooty stuff from being in this event because there was some. I don't know where it was from. Maybe there's construction somewhere, but there was this dust that was being kicked up off the ground, and it was in my nostrils, it was in my throat. So when I came home, I was coughing, the black stuff was coming out, my mucus in my nose was all black. Honestly, London is very polluted. It's horrible. The air smells funny, the air tastes funny, the water tastes funny. It's not a nice place to be. It's unhealthy. You will get bad chest, bad lungs from being in that city. So it's really nice to be in a city where the air is quite fresh. Stockholm, when I was there, the air was okay. It was okay. It was better than London. Better than London, but kind of the same as any city, any smaller city in the UK. So I wasn't impressed by the air in Stockholm. The air in the other cities in Sweden, a lot better, like Gothenburg or Gothenburg, I don't know how they say it, or Malmö. The air was better there. It was fresh. It was nice in those places. So I'm looking forward to seeing how good Helsinki is because a big capital city with good air, that's very, very rare. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's one of those things you're really going to enjoy. And also, another thing you're going to love when you're here is how safe you feel when you're here. I know it's not just because it's so clean. It's also you just feel safe when you are here in Helsinki, which is really nice. That's why I say it's a nice place to bring your family if you want to go to a big city, in the Baltics or in Europe, because it's safe. There's lots of stuff for you to do. It's accessible for everybody. Yes, it's a little few things in the expensive side, and maybe the weather's not the best. But honestly, if you come here in the summer, when everybody's out, you see them out there, that's when you get to meet the locals. That's when you get to have fun. That's when you're having the drinks. Midsummer time here in the Esplanade, you can't pass it up. So I hope this helps you know some things you might love and might not like so much about coming here to Helsinki. Okay. But I know for me, I love living here and I can't wait to come back again. So what are things you love and hate about coming to Helsinki? Please put it down in the comments below so travelers can be better prepared for this beautiful city. And if you want some more, we got another great video on the don'ts of visiting Helsinki.
Yeah, okay. Well, Sweden, Finland. See, I've done so many Swedish videos. Swedish videos. I'm calling you guys Sweden when you're Finland. Don't worry, it's going to be more of a balance. Maybe more Finnish videos actually, because I need to start stocking up on the Finnish content and learning what to do. Maybe learning some of the language. Just a lot more Finnish content because I'm coming. I am coming to your city. It's been too long. I'm coming to your country. It's been too long. I'm glad. I'm really glad I didn't mix the two. So I did I went to Sweden, did the Swedish vlogs, but I didn't mix Finland, you guys, and Sweden because I knew you guys need your dedicated time. I was how long was I in Sweden for? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? I think it was 5 days I was in Sweden. I'm going to do the same with Finland. I'm going to do the same because makes sense. It's a separate country. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section where I should be going, where I should be eating, where's the best place to have a sauna. Let me know all the questions I asked during the video because I'm coming. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you very soon. Okay.